Hi and welcome to another Energize Health food review. Today we're going to be having a look at the Be Natural cereal. This is a new range of cereals that they've brought out, and today we're going to be trialling the cashew, almond, hazelnut and coconut cereal. So let's first have a look at the front of the packet and see what nutrition claims they're making. The first thing that we can see is that they say it's high in fibre, there's whole grains and it's a low GI food. And they're also telling us that there are no artificial flavours, colours or preservatives in this particular product. So let's have a look. We'll see if it's as good as what they say it is, and we'll check out the nutrition information. The first thing is, we have a look at the nutrition panel. The per 100 gram column is telling us that there's 13.4 grams of fat per 100 grams, and that's quite high for a breakfast cereal compared to, say, Just Right or Light and Tasty. The Uncle Toby's Fibre Plus brand as well don't tend to have as much fat as that. They're generally under 5 grams per 100 grams, so it's a little bit higher. The good thing is, though, that only 3.4 grams of that fat is saturated. And saturated fat, remember, is the fat that does all of the damage to our heart, promotes heart disease, causes certain cancers, or it's linked to cancer and stroke. So the saturated fat content is really quite good. And you'd expect that because it's full of whole grains, it has some seeds, and it's also contains nuts, which are full of good fat that are good for us. The sugar content is only 13.5 grams per 100 grams, so that's a lot lower than a lot of those other breakfast cereals that I was talking about. So compared to Just Right, which is over 20 grams, the Light and Tasty as well is well over 20 grams. So 13.4 grams is certainly a much better sugar content compared to those. The fibre content is 8.9 grams per 100 grams, so again, it's a lot higher in fibre compared to those particular cereals that I mentioned, which is a good thing. And you expect that because they're using whole grain cereals in this particular product. And basically the grain is where the fibre is contained. And you also get some other nutrients out of that you won't get in a highly processed cereal. So that's a really good thing. And it's thought that those cereals and grains and products which are less processed are going to be less likely to promote weight gain. So if you're trying to lose weight, it's a good option. The other thing is that they're telling us that this product has a low glycemic index, or low GI, which means that it releases its energy slowly and more evenly, which is a good thing if you're trying to lose weight because you don't feel as hungry, you feel fuller for longer, so you're less likely to get the munchies and pick or choose something a little bit unhealthy for a snack. So that's a good thing. And if you have diabetes as well, having a low GI food can be helpful in keeping your blood glucose levels nice and stable. The sodium content, well, it's 190 milligrams per 100 grams, a little bit higher than some of those cereals that I mentioned. The Just Right, for example, is well under 100. So the sodium content is probably higher than what it could be, but it's not as high as, say, something like cornflakes, which is up over 700 milligrams. So whilst it does have more sodium than some of the other products, it's not too bad. All in all, I'm going to give it the thumbs up. It is high in fat, but remember, it's a healthy fat. The taste isn't bad. It's got a really good texture. I had some this morning for breakfast, and the clusters really give it a nice crunch, which make it something a little bit different for breakfast. So thumbs up and enjoy.